The most important topic of the atomic structure. What it explains? It explains the address of the electron. What is the address? Already in a early class we see the electron, position of electron in an atom. Nucleus is the center of the atom, and electron revolve around the nucleus. But if you take a atom, it has so many that means infinite number of energy levels. Okay, in that where the electron is situated, the position of the electron, the exact position of the electron is explained by the quantum numbers. Quantum numbers are the address of the electrons. Here the quantum numbers are classified into 4 types. One is a principal quantum number, and second one is a azimuthal quantum number, and third one is the magnetic quantum number, and fourth one is the spin quantum number. These are the 4 quantum numbers explains the position of electron in an atom. Okay, principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. The principal quantum number, now we see one after other. Principal quantum number, it is explained by the scientist Bohr, and it explains the size, or that also we call as a radius, and energy of the shells. Whatever the circular parts are there, those are known as shells. Here the principal quantum number explains the size or radius of the shells and also energy of the shells, and it is indicated with a letter small n. It has values n, 1, 2, 3, so on up to n. Okay, and here those are also named as K, L, M, N, so on. These are the shells. Okay, suppose take a atom, nucleus. This is the first shell or K shell, and go to the second one. It is a 2 second shell or L shell, and 3 or M shell. Like that, there is an infinite energy levels shells around the nucleus. Also explains the angular momentum of energy levels or shells. Angular momentum of shells. What is the angular momentum? Angular momentum is the product of the mass, velocity and radius. That is equal to nh by 2 pi. It is quantized. Quantized means the value cannot be changed. It is a fixed value. MVR is equal to nh by 2 pi. Already we know n is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on. Substitute the n value and write down the angular momentum for the shells. That is h by 2 pi. If an electron is present in first shell, if an electron present in second shell, it has a angular momentum h by pi. If it is in a third shell, it has a 3h by 2 pi. If it is in a fourth shell, it has a 2h by pi. Like that, we will set the angular momentum of the shells. And the principal quantum number is also explains the radius. Already we said the size or radius. So radius is equal to 0.0529 into n square by z angstroms. By using this formula, we will calculate the size of the shell. And here if you compare the radius of first shell, second shell and third shell, the radius order is R1 is less than, R2 is less than, R3 is less than, so on. Like that, the radius of a shell increases from first level to nth level. And another one, the principal quantum number also explains the calculation of our energy. So E is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N square angstroms. Here also, or is a like that. Here E1, E2 or the energies E1, E2, E3 or the energy of a first, second, third, like. So the order of energy is E1 is less than, E2 is less than, E3 is less than, like that. Okay, energy is increases from first level to nth level like a radius. Okay, what it explains, the principal quantum number explains the size or radius and energy of a shells, and it is indicated with a small n and has a values 1, 2, 3 so on up to n, and also the n is indicated like a k, l, m, like that shells. Okay, so first shell is also known as a K shell, second shell is also known as a L shell, third shell is also known as a M shell. Next, go to the angular momentum of shells. Principal quantum number is also used to calculate the angular momentum of shells. Angular momentum means it is a product of the mass, velocity and radius of the shells, that is equal to nh by 2 pi. It is quantized. So it has the first energy, the first shell has a angular momentum h by 2 pi, second has h by pi, third has 3h by 2 pi, 4 has 2h by pi, like that. And the radius, by using a principal quantum number, radius also find. That radius is equal to 0.0529 10 square by z angstroms. So R1 is less than, R2 is less than, R3 is less than, so on. Okay, here the radius of a first shell to nth shell or infinite shell, the radius increases, and the energy of the shells is equal to minus 13.6 into z square by n square angstroms. Here also the energy is increases from first energy level to infinite level. So E1 is less than, E2 is less than, E3 is less than, so on. And one more, that is the difference between energy of energy shells. The difference between the energy shells is decreases from first level to infinite level. That means E2 minus E1 is greater than E3 minus E2 is greater than E4 minus E3 is greater than, like that. The energy difference between the energy shells decreases from E1 to infinite shells. Okay, and next, the maximum electrons present in a shell is generally represented. The maximum electrons is equal to 2n square. Maximum electrons in shells is equal to 2n square. Means in the first energy level, that means the first main energy level or first shell, the number of electrons equal to 2 into 1 square, that equal to 2. In the second energy level or second shell, 2 into 2 square, that equal to 8 electrons, and n equal to 3 means 2 into 3 square, that equal to 18 electrons. Like that, in the first energy level or first shell, 2 electrons are there. In a second energy level, there is 8 electrons are there. In third shell, 18 electrons are there. Okay, this is according to the principal quantum number. Okay, what it explains? It explains the in size or radius and energy of the shells. And now go to the second one, that is the azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. It has so many names. This is also called as a subsidiary quantum number, secondary quantum number, and also angular momentum quantum number, orbital angular momentum quantum number also. It is indicated with the letter L, and it was introduced by the Sommerfeld. What it explains? It explains the sub-energy levels or the sub-shells in main energy level and shapes of sub-energy levels, main energy sub-shells in main energy shells, and shapes of sub-energy levels, shapes of subshells. Okay, what it explains? It explains the azimuthal quantum number, explains the subshells in main energy shells and also shapes of the subshells. Okay, here the L has a values, those are represented from a 0, 1, 2, so on up to n minus 1, because n is started from 1 but L is started from 0, so that's why L equal to 0, 1, 2, so on. And also those are a subshells. If L equal to 0, that we call as a S subshell. L equal to 1, P subshell. L equal to 2, D subshell. And L equal to 3, F subshell. Here the quantum number is also explains the shapes of the subshells. S is a spherical shape and P is a dumbbell shape and D is a double dumbbell and F is a 4 times dumbbell. 4 times dumbbell. Okay, this is a representation of the values of L and the representation of subshells and the shapes of subshells. If L equal to 0, that is a S subshell spherical. If L equal to 1, P subshell dumbbell shape, and if L equal to 3, D subshell double dumbbell, and L equal to 3, F subshell, and that is a 4 times dumbbell. Okay, and next, how many energy levels, how many subshells present in a shells are equal to the n. Number of subshells, we'll see freshly. Number of subshells is equal to n value, equal to n value. That means if n is equal to 1, if n is 1, that means the first shell, it has only one subshell. It has only one subshell that has L value 0. If n equal to 2 means it has a 2 subshells. Those have one subshell have L value 0, another have L value 1. That means in the first main energy level or shell, only one subshell is there, that is L is 0, means S subshell. In the second shell, that means main energy level, it has a 2 subshells, that is L equal to 0 and L equal to 1. L equal to 0 means it is a S, L equal to 1 means it is a P. If the third main energy level, if n equal to 3 means it has a 3 subshells. Those have L value 0, 1 and 2. That means the third main energy level has 3 subshells. Those are S subshell, P subshell and D subshell. Why the main energy level is divided into sub-energy levels means if the electron is rotated, continuously rotated in a circular path, the path will be deviated and it will be like a elliptical path. Will be like a elliptical path. N equal to 1 means it has only one path. Here it is a first energy level, only one sub-energy level, that is equal to 0. Go to the second one, this is the second, n equal to 1, this is the n equal to 2, means it has a 2 sub-energy levels, one it has L equal to 0 and another one that is a L equal to 1. Okay, So if a electron rotating continuously rotating in the circular path, what happen? Its path will be deviated and to form a elliptical path. This is a azimuthal quantum number. And one more, it also explains the orbital angular momentum. So the orbital angular momentum is indicated with the square root of L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. That means momentum is equal to square root of L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. If L equal to 0 means S subshell, it has an orbital angular momentum for S subshell that is equal to root over 0 into 0 plus 1 into h by 2 pi, that equal to 0. And P subshell that equal to 1 into 1 plus 1 into h by 2 pi, that equal to root 2 into h by 2 pi. Like that we will write down orbital angular momentum. And next go to the third one, that is a magnetic quantum number. It is indicated with the ML. The magnetic quantum number explains the orientation of the subshells, and also it explains the orbitals. Orientation of subshells and orbitals. M has a values, those are minus L, 0 plus L, and it is a orientation of subshells and also orbitals. How many orbitals are of orbitals in subshell is equal to 2L plus 1. We know L equal to 0 means S subshell. It has a orbitals 2 into 0 plus 1. That means one orbital that we call as a S orbital. L equal to 1 means a P subshell. It has 2 into 1 plus 1, that equal to 3 orbitals. Those are known as P orbitals. And if L equal to 2, D subshell, it has 5 orbitals. Those are known as D orbitals. If L equal to 3, that is a F subshell. It has 7 orbitals. Those are known as F orbitals. That we simply represented as S orbital with a single box, square box, and a P orbital with a 3 boxes, and D orbital with a 5 boxes, and F orbitals is with a 5 boxes. And already we said that the ML values, the magnetic quantum number values for orbitals are minus L, 0 plus L. Means if it has a S orbital, S subshell has only S orbital, it has a ML value 0, and P orbital has 3 ML values are possible. Minus L, 0 plus L means the P orbital has L value 1, so minus 1, 0 plus 1, and D orbital have, that means L value 2, so it has ML values minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, and F orbital has L value 3, so it has ML values minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. This is about the orbitals present in the subshells and the representation of the orbitals and the ml values indication for the orbitals. Here and also here it explains the orientation of orbitals means the structure of the orbitals. Now we see the structure of orbitals. It is oriented in a 3-axis symmetrically, so it is also known as non-directional orbital, non-directional orbital, because it is a spherical non-directional orbital. And go to the p orbitals. There is a 3 p orbitals. Those are px, py and pz. The shape is a dumbbell. Shape is a dumbbell like this. Means px means the dumbbell is along with the x-axis, so that we call px orbital, and py orbital along the dumbbell shape is along the y-axis, and pz that is along with the dumbbell along with the z-axis, that is a pz. This is about the orientation of the orbitals in a particular direction. Only the s orbital is a non-directional, but the p, d and f orbitals are directional. Now we see the d orbitals and their orientation. D has 5 orbitals. Those are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square y square and dz square. Here the shape is a double dumbbell. See the orientation of the double dumbbell. D xy, x y axis. The 4 lobes are in between the x and y. In between the x and y. That is a dxy. If the 4 lobes are in between the y and z axis, dyz. If the 4 lobes are in between the x and z, that is a dxz. And in dx square y square, the 4 lobes are arranged along with the x and y axis. That is a dx square y square. And last, that is a dz square. All the d orbitals have a double dumbbell, but the dz square have a special shape, that is a baby snoozer shape. How it is we will see. The shape of orbital is like a Z, baby snoozer, like this. D Z square. This is about the magnetic quantum number and the orientation of the different orbitals. And next go to the 4th one. That is the spin quantum number. What it explains? The spin quantum number explains the revolving, that means spinning nature of the electron. atomic model, the structure of atom is a planetary model. Means here what happened, the electron is revolving around the nucleus. Planetary means earth revolved around the sun and also rotate itself. Like here also electron in an atom, electron revolve around the nucleus and also revolve itself. If the electron, here the spin quantum number is indicated with the ms, it explains the rotation of the electron on its own axis. Rotation of electron on its own axis. So if a electron rotate in a clockwise direction, we will say it is a spin. ms has a value plus half, or it is also indicated with the upward arrow. Okay, if the electron rotates on its own axis in a clockwise direction, so it has ms value plus half or upward arrow. If a electron rotate in an anti-clockwise direction on its own axis, that give a ms value minus half or downward arrow.